My wife cheated countless of times and I found something heartbreaking. Part 2. Hi everyone, welcome back to another Reddit cheating story. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and click the notification bell so you won't miss another cheating story goes live. She called me before she left that day crying, saying I didn't understand what it was like to lose someone I cared about so much. Since Cole would no longer talk to her, I just said nothing. Until finally I said I don't understand what it's like to lose someone. Are you listening to yourself? She took a few more swings and I said no, stop right there, you think I'm on the phone right now, waiting for you to get home, because I'm hurting and can't live without you, and I'm struggling with how much I want you to stay. Consider this, it is exactly the opposite. I am not speaking because every fiber of my being is screaming to leave, and she hung up. She had been up to this point saying she would leave me for Cole. Truthfully, I wasn't sure what I wanted to do then, but I wanted to buy time. So that was my first action. She didn't buy it. She then stayed the hotel night with Ricardo, figured out later, instead of seeing her mom. She still didn't buy it at first. Somehow my wife forgot how we started, forgot who I was when we met. We dated because I was cheated on. The woman back then thought I was bluffing. I was not. I left her. So with my wife, in the now, I then found two women. I am built. I am very fit, and not to brag, I'm not huge, but I am well endowed. I make good money, and man do I conquer what I go for, and also, I provide. I take care of people. I fight for people. I'm basically husband material. My wife made a bad choice to call me on this. One of the two women was an Asian woman named Delilah. Another was a girl who messaged me on OkCupid. I didn't know her name, but wow. This girl was attractive and she knew the game. She knew how to flirt. She was saying she liked fit men, and had an obsession with that body type. She wanted to date, and said everything she would do for me if I would forget about my wife. We are talking about 9 out of 10 women. My wife lost it. But do you know what happened after? She would go in bursts of losing it, begging me to stay. She stopped the threats to leave. I had no real intention of doing anything with these women. I solely did this so she would see me from a position of strength, and that she was not going to be making calls for me, or attacking me, or I could and would do better. She tried lying more, and thought I was not serious again. So I found more women. One who, I kid you not, said she inherited a 3-bedroom house and would be a mom to my kids and share it with me, and I showed my wife the text proving it, so she would not think I was just trash talking. One who ironically was named Sally. My wife had made a burner phone with the name of Sally for these affairs. Karma A. She used to have a Sally keychain. My daughter asked her why Sally was gone. My wife said, ask your dad about Sally. Of all the things and possibilities, karma. I put the hammer down. I said she was going to respect me. She thought I was weak, I was not. That I was undecided on what to do with her. Mainly due to finances and the kids. And for the time being, we are just living together until I figure it out. I told her if she continued to treat me like crap, I would have women on the side like the ones I had already shown her. I'm so angry with all of this. It's just nonsense. So for now, I'm stuck. With tax credits finishing, her school should be manageable. So I'm ending this. Update, well, $# it got real fast. Before I start, as I said before, this is mostly venting. Let's start with item 1, my wife had sex with at least 2 men. Not one, and not just Ricardo from above. Anyone could have guessed this. I wasn't stuck on thinking she had sex with one man. I knew the ones she didn't meet though due to seeing the convos. So I knew this guy was one of the maybe guys. What shows how full circle I've come on this in terms of just being done dealing with this is I don't care that she did. At this point I am leaving anyway since an annulment is almost assuredly possible. I'll explain why as I go along. I took a day off work the 14th of January because the woman who watches my kids bailed on us. My wife called me freaking out saying she would lose her job. I stayed home. She headed out. Well, Google Maps is my friend. I had checked it but for some reason this didn't show up. She went straight to Kirkland until 3:40, she works in Everett, not Kirkland. She had told her friend as well as me that she was working. She also had asked for a few days if I would take the day off or have Amber watch the kids. I was still deciding if I wanted to pay Amber to watch the kids. This was the first day she watched them. The first day, guys, and she cheats. At literally the first chance. Now that on its own would normally be upsetting, but I've already known she cheated, so it's just more bullshit. But y'all are about to get as pissed as me, because this one just isn't okay. The 14th was our second child's birthday. She planned ahead for an affair on Caden's birthday. While I was sending her videos of all the kids as I watched them, she was having sex with this guy. This one I trapped her. She had no out. There were more reasons for this. She had in her notes Jan 14th to get Plan B at the store. She claimed she never did at first, then she said she took it for Ricardo, but their sex wasn't until February 1st, and the nail in the coffin, she started her period extremely early Jan 19th, and had messaged a friend asking how long it takes to take effect the 16th. I had brought this up to her before when she denied it and she said she was just looking into it, then admitted she took it for Ricardo, who she said was the only guy. The time frame just didn't add up. She first admitted to seeing him but not the sex. I said she was there 4 hours, don't lie, and then went over rapid fire the dates and Plan B. She finally broke down crying and the typical cheater's fake remorse when they know you are serious on leaving kicked in. She rapidly said you can have sex with Lily, a girl from work who was cheated on and has a free pass. You can have a threesome with me, please, I didn't tell you because I knew you would leave, just do whatever you want, just don't leave. I told her I didn't want the random sex. And it's honest. I don't. It isn't who I am. So then we get to the less upsetting update of more I found out, and this one is just so damn absurd it's on the funny end of the spectrum. All through January she messaged yet another guy online. This guy was saying he loved her, was calling her his angel, she was swooning, blah blah. Don't care. She had said she lost money in her purse months ago. No. This guy online kept on asking her to load up gift cards and send them to him. My wife is so unbelievably stupid she sent money to a guy who spoke bad English online and catfished her, tons of gift cards. Hundreds of dollars. Jesus Christ. And I saved the best for last. Or should I say worst? For those of you who don't believe in God or karma, I had seen a guy message my wife out of nowhere asking how she was and he hadn't seen her in a long time on February 16th. Okay, for you all to know, February 16th was exactly when I found out she had been having affairs. I just didn't know the extent. He sent his message the same time of day we were fighting that morning. He messaged her exactly the same time. What are the odds? This guy has been gone for like 10 years and this is the day he messaged her out of the blue the same day and at the same time we were fighting because I found out. I didn't message this guy back until this July 4th weekend. I just wanted to see when he last saw her. Are you all ready for this one? He on his own without much prodding said he hated how her ex treated her. This ex he referred to by name which helped me find the time frame. I knew of him, he was my wife's last ex before me, and that he was glad he fucked my wife while she was with Christian due to that. So, my wife has cheated on even more men than she told me. She lies about everything. This is item 1 that gives me the ability to get an annulment. I saved this convo. In the church, if a partner lies about their personhood in a way that would make you deceived about who they were enough to change your mind about marriage, it is grounds for fraud, meaning the marriage cannot be valid and can be annulled. Now I had already found out she lied about one ex, Alex. But he was her first boyfriend. She could argue it wasn't a pattern of behavior she was hiding and she was young and stupid and didn't think about it. That it was a mistake she just didn't want to confront again years later. But this man was both just before me and was yet another incident of relationship infidelity. This means she wanted to hide her pattern of behavior. I now nearly certainly have grounds for annulment, which makes me happy. But that is not where this ends. That is not what I was asking if you all were ready for. He asked where she went after the last time they had sex because he never heard from her again. So I kind of wanted to know the time frame since Christian was in summer and my wife and I started in fall. There are more to come. Find out the update of this story, check our channel or the description. Thank you for watching and don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell for any future cheating stories.